기자부대, hop on the beat!
Ever since it first began publishing in 1986, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has been one of the most influential manga series out there. You can find influences from, or even direct references to JoJo across many different anime, manga, and video games. One of the many series that takes inspiration from JoJo is Street Fighter, one of the most important series of fighting games. A lot of people may already be aware of some of these, but what a lot don't know is that often the developers themselves have directly confirmed JoJo's influence. So in this video, I'll be going over everything that there is in Street Fighter that was inspired by JoJo. In the original Street Fighter II: The World Warrior, there are actually quite a few JoJo references. Akira Nishitani, the lead designer, says that the inspiration behind Dhalsim's stretching limbs came from the zoom punch used in Part 1 of JoJo. The character Guile is known for having many references to JoJo. One of the producers, Noritaka Funamizu, confirms that his appearance was based on Jean-Pierre Polnareff from Part 3. His name also originates from the Part 3 character J. Guile. He says that when the character was in its early design stages, someone said it looked similar to Guile from JoJo. This turned out to be a misunderstanding since he was actually thinking of Polnareff. The team didn't figure this out until later when Guile was already chosen as the name. Character designer Akira Yasuda says that early on, Guile's hair stood straight up similar to Polnareff, but that as the design progressed, his hair stretched more to the sides for what he calls a distinctive Stroheim look. Early in development, Guile's iconic sonic boom attack was named Divine Sandstorm. This can even be seen in some concept art. This attack's name comes from another used by Wamuu in Part 2. In Street Fighter Alpha, the character Rose was introduced. This character contains multiple references to Lisa Lisa from Part 2. This has been directly confirmed before in a video from Capcom UK. Rose's outfit is almost identical to Lisa Lisa's, and both attack by channeling energy through their scarves. Rose has been repeatedly portrayed bathing, which may be a reference to the memorable scene of Lisa Lisa in Part 2. In Street Fighter Alpha 2, Rose's stage is set in Venice, where Lisa Lisa first appeared in the manga. Her Soul Drain move also appears very similar to the moment when Lisa Lisa attached the Hamon breathing mask to Joseph. In the game Capcom Fighting Evolution, Dmitry Maximov from the Darkstalkers series makes an appearance. One of his attacks, Midnight Bliss, causes a unique transformation for each character. When he uses this move on Rose, she is seen with a Venetian mask and an oar. This may be referencing Lisa Lisa's first appearance in Part 2, when she wears a mask and wields a gondola oar. There is also a small chance that this attack will turn Rose into an old woman. This old woman form looks almost identical to Enya from Part 3. In fact, the sprite itself is an altered version of Enya's sprite from the PlayStation version of JoJo's Venture. In Street Fighter IV, the character Juri Han features many similarities to Jolene from Part 6. Their outfits and hairstyles are very similar, as well as their aggressive personality. Juri has also been portrayed with a butterfly in her official art, and butterflies are one of the main motifs of Jolene's design. Also in Street Fighter IV, the character DeCapri has a taunt that is almost identical to the pose done by Avdol during his return in Part 3. In Street Fighter V, the character Seth's moveset has many references to other Capcom fighting games. A couple of these moves take inspiration from the JoJo fighting game Heritage for the Future, which was developed by Capcom. One move is based on Jotaro and Dio's stand rush attacks. In another move, Seth does Dio's time stop pose from the same game. Street Fighter V also features many alternate colors that reference JoJo. For Rose, she has colors referencing Lisa Lisa, Joseph Joestar, and Caesar Zappelli. The character Dan's colors have references to other anime and manga series like Demon Slayer and Dragon Ball, as well as a color referencing Dio from Part 3. Finally, the character G has a color referencing Will Zeppeli from Part 1. That's all the direct JoJo references in Street Fighter, but at times there's actually been some influence the other way around. The best example of this is the JoJo fighting game developed by Capcom in 1998. Much of the staff that had previously worked on Street Fighter contributed to this game. According to one developer, an office poll was held at one time to find out the team's favorite manga, and JoJo was one of the top contenders, with a lot of the team wanting to make a JoJo game. This definitely shows in Heritage for the Future since it's filled with tons of little references only big fans of JoJo would understand. As for Street Fighter's influence, Bangus, one of the main artists for Street Fighter, did some artwork for the game depicting various characters. One of Iggy's supers in the game, called Sandstorm, references Akuma's Raging Demon move in Street Fighter. When Akuma does the move, he is seen with 10, the kanji for heaven, on his back. An unused graphic from JoJo's Venture shows that when Iggy does his move, Inu, the kanji for dog, would have been shown. So while JoJo did influence a lot of Street Fighter, the Street Fighter series has gotten big enough that it, in turn, influences JoJo's games. The relation between JoJo and Street Fighter is a perfect example of the influence JoJo has had on other media. The sheer extent that JoJo is paid tribute to really shows the power of JoJo itself, and the passion of some of its fans. Hopefully this video taught you something new and gave you a new appreciation for JoJo and Street Fighter. I originally intended on including this in my JoJo Fun Facts video that I released recently. But with the sheer extent of things to talk about here, I feel like it definitely deserved its own video. If you have any ideas for a video similar to this one going over JoJo's influences, comment your ideas down below. Also check out that Fun Facts video for some similar topics, and leave some requests there to see if they maybe come up in a future video. If you want to be updated on new videos and chapters, join the Hamon Beat Discord using the link in the description. To receive rewards like Discord perks and some uncut videos, you can support the channel on Patreon. And finally, for future videos, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. This is the part of the video where I thank my $5 and up patrons. Thank you to Tony, the Owl God, Alex Ramirez, Doorbell, Monkman, Ashton Joseph Miller, Crayon, Rigo Vids, Zukato, Shane Giger, Sentai, Pumpkin Doge, Marrow, Bailey Smile, Ali, Almighty Quarth, Oof, PBA SVG, Cowrie, Jojo Agogo, Tucker Gold, Halil, Cake, Gatlin Grove, and Vess.